What if travelers are quietly turning their backs on the United States? In 2025, a surprising trend is emerging. More people are choosing Canada and 10 unexpected countries instead. Why? Lower costs, cooler climates, smaller crowds, and experiences that rival or even surpass anything America has to offer. Stick around, this might just change how you plan your next trip. Number 11. Canada. Wait, people are leaving the US for Canada? Seriously? Here's the kicker: Canada isn't just about snow and maple syrup anymore. In 2025, tourism to Canada has surged by over 160%. Why? Because travelers are discovering what many Americans overlook: untamed beauty, safety, and unexpected luxury just across the border. Have you seen B lately? It looks like paradise photoshopped into reality. Toronto pulses with New York energy, minus the chaos. Vancouver boasts mountains, beaches, sushi, and no, it's not a simulation. And while the US swelters under record-breaking heat waves, Canada's cool summer air feels like nature's own AOX. So why fly halfway around the world to Europe when Canada is right there? Maybe the ultimate travel hack of 2025 is heading north? And no, you won't have to wrestle a moose to get in. Number 10. Japan. Japan isn't just back, it's booming. In 2025, international travel demand has skyrocketed over 160%. The twist? Many are skipping the US entirely, heading straight to Tokyo's neon-lit streets or Kyoto's serene temples. Why? Because Japan offers what many feel the US has lost: order, safety, and a culture so rich it makes your daily grind feel like a rough draft. Where else can you go from bullet trains to thousand-year-old shrines in a single afternoon? Plus, sushi so fresh it practically swims to your plate and still cheaper than a sad sandwich at an American airport. Tired of tipping? Japan says keep your money. Want spotless streets and trains that actually run on time? Japan delivers. It's not just a trip, it's a total reset. Ready to experience it? Number 9. St. Bartholomew. When was the last time you heard someone excitedly say, "Let's go to Miami"? In 2025, more travelers are trading the loud, crowded US beaches for something quieter and infinitely more luxurious. St. Bartholomew, aka St. Bart's, is where folks escape the chaos. And here's the surprise: it's no longer just a celebrity playground. Bookings have soared by over 150%. Why? Because this Caribbean gem offers 5-star experiences with zero American-style stress. No spring break madness, no overpriced souvenir traps, just crystal-clear water, private villas, and seafood that sings French opera to your taste buds. Want a peaceful beach day without toddlers splashing you? St. Bart's has you covered. Want to relax without hearing "Are you still watching?" from a hotel TV? They get that too. In 2025, St. Bartholomew isn't just a vacation, it's a flex. And you don't have to be a millionaire, just smart enough to skip the American tourist circus. Number 8. Mexico. Did you know that in 2025, more Americans are vacationing in Mexico than their own country? And no, it's not just spring breakers and margarita fans. Families, retirees, remote workers, and luxury travelers are all flocking south. Why? Because Mexico is winning on all fronts. This I send to the old cliche of cheap tacos and tequila, though those tacos alone are worth the trip. We're talking 5-star resorts in Sabio, world-class cuisine in Oaxaca, and beach towns like Tulum that make Miami look like a chaotic theme park. Plus, with the US dollar losing value at home, your money goes much further in Mexico. Think beachfront dinners at half the price, luxury suites for what you'd pay for a basic NYC hotel room. No tipping fatigue, no hidden taxes. And if you still think Mexico isn't safe, think again. Tourist zones are well protected. And many Americans say they feel safer walking Merida at midnight than San Francisco at noon. Oh, and connectivity? Direct flights from major US cities, digital Nomad visas, and Wi-Fi strong enough to zoom from a hammock. Before we move on to the next country stealing America's thunder, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us uncover travel truths no one else talks about. While America's stuck on politics and potholes, Mexico's pouring cocktails by the ocean. Which would you choose this summer? Number 7. Dominican Republic. You might think of the Dominican Republic as just another Caribbean stop, But what if it's becoming the main event? In 2025, tourist arrivals have exploded, with Punta Cana alone welcoming over 3 million international visitors in 6 months. Americans are showing up in droves, but not for the reasons you'd expect. While Florida resorts hike prices and nickel-and-dime guests, the Dominican Republic offers all-inclusive luxury for half the cost and twice the charm. Gourmet food, unlimited drinks, private beaches, spa treatments, all in one upfront bill. No surprise resort fees at checkout. And yes, safety too. Tourist zones like Punta Cana and La Romana are smooth, secure, and designed to treat visitors like VIPs. Beach-wise, sorry California, your sand looks like spilled flour on wet cement. The Dominican Republic serves sugar-white beaches and water so clear your pool looks like soup. Want nightlife? Check. Romantic getaways? Check. Or just stare at the sea with a coconut in hand? Triple check. So why spend $5,000 sweating in Orlando when you could have 5-star beach escapes for less than half? Still not convinced? Hang tight, things get wilder. Number 6, Poland? Poland? Really? Yes. Before you scroll past imagining cold weather and pirogues, hold on, 2025 is Poland's moment to shine. It's becoming one of Europe's hottest destinations, without the hot mess some U.S. cities are drowning in. Here's the secret: European charm without European prices. Paris is overcrowded and expensive. Rome is beautiful but packed like a can of anchovies, but Krakow, Warsaw, and Gdansk, they have cobblestone streets, jaw-dropping castles, nightlife rivaling Berlin, and prices that let your credit card breathe. You can feast like royalty for under $10. Stay in hotels at half New York's cost, and forget about resort fees or confusing tipping. Safety? Warsaw's crime rate is lower than many U.S. cities, and its public transit runs on time, making American Airlines look bad. History buffs rejoice. Poland is a living time machine, from World War II sites to medieval squares. Here's a joke. What's the difference between vacationing in Poland and Times Square? In Poland, you hear birds, not sirens, and shouting. So why are travelers ditching the U.S. for Poland? Rich culture, budget-friendly, and surprisingly modern. And really, how many times can you visit Vegas before it feels like a rerun? Number 5. Albania. Albania? Yes, Albania. You probably blinked twice, but it's not just on the list, it's climbing fast. If you imagine a forgotten corner of Europe stuck in the past, think again. Albania is being called the budget-friendly Croatia or even the next Greece, with flights filling up before the rest of the world catches on. Coastal towns like Saranda and Samo boast turquoise waters, white sand, zero crowds, and no $15 cocktails. Want to rent a beachfront Airbnb? Try under $50 a night. That barely pays for parking in the U.S. Albania is super safe and one of Europe's cheapest travel spots. Full seafood dinners for under $10? Yes, please. And it's not just beaches. Hike the Albanian Alps, explore castles straight out of fantasy novels, and wander timeless villages without battling selfie stick armies like in Santorini. So ask yourself, spend $5,000 fighting for space on a Florida beach, or sip espresso on a quiet Albanian cliffside for a fraction of the cost? Before revealing the next country stealing travelers from the U.S., please subscribe, like, and share. It helps us bring you hidden gems that everyone should know about.